Hey guys, welcome to Flat Top King. Hey, this video is inspired by a trip to Phoenix. It's a Southwestern inspired country fried steak along with chorizo hash browns. If you guys want to see how we make it, here we go. Alrighty, to get started, we're talking about Southwest country fried steak. You may not know, some of you may do know. In the Sonora video, we mentioned that we visited Phoenix not too long ago. Had an absolute fantastic time. Absolutely love the city, love the scenery, love the food. I mentioned several times before that I'm a Mexican food guy at heart. I just love everything about it. What we're making today is going to be a country fried steak inspired by our breakfast or brunch at Red Rock Cafe in Sedona, Arizona. The interesting thing is when it came out, the first thing that caught my mind was the salsa or the sauce on top was green. So I asked, is this traditional? Is this, I expected the ranchero sauce to be red. And she said, no, it's right. And it was green. What I interpreted that color being was what we would consider a green salsa verde. With that being said, today we're going to do a ranchero sauce. Now this video is going to be one of two. It is going to be Southwest country fried steak. But since we're doing the ranchero sauce all from scratch, we're going to follow this video up with our next video going to be what my mother-in-law calls beef steak ranchero. Okay, so it's a breakfast version and a dinner version. The sauce is going to be pretty much the same, and then we're going to show you two different varieties because I just feel like I just got so inspired from being out there, and I think it's a perfect time of year to do this. So this video is going to be a little bit longer than normal. The next one will be a little bit shorter, but I do want to show you the sauce. So with that being said, let me show you what we got. We're talking about the ranchero sauce. We're going the red kind. I got fire roasted tomatoes, some jalapenos, garlic, onion, lime, some tomato sauce, some chipotles and adobo. There they are. Let's see, we have cumin, we have smoked paprika, salt, pepper, we have ancho chili powder, we have brown sugar, and we have Mexican oregano along with some chicken stock and some cilantro. Moving over here, we have our new Weber slate griddle. We got the two burners on high. Might as well go and turn this one on low, just for a little bit more even cooking. And we're gonna be sauteing our vegetables in here, creating the sauce, and then we're gonna be able to blend it up. Now, the one thing I would want to say is the recipe will be available eventually on theflattopking.com, but we need to make it first. We need to make adjustments, so you guys are gonna see the first attack at it. My mother-in-law is over the moon about this recipe, so hopefully she enjoys as much as I do making it, because I'm telling you.
She always orders beef steak ranchero.
And that's what it's called, so don't at me and say that I said it wrong. That's just what it's called.
That's what it's called at the Mexican restaurants in East Tennessee.
Thank you. All right, let's get started. We got some prep work to do. A little bit of neutral oil. Just a heads up, honestly, the size of your vegetables are not going to matter because we're going to blend it. Just looking to saute and get a little color.
Smells good already.
Add a little salt and pepper. Got to the point where the onions and the jalapenos are translucent. We're gonna add that chicken stock. Add that bunch of cilantro. The juice of one lime. 2 cans of fire roasted tomatoes. And now the rest of the ingredients. The chipotles and adobo. Really no reason to chop it. Remember, you're going to blend it. Paprika, brown sugar, ancho powder, Mexican oregano. Now we're going to let this simmer for about 10-15 minutes to all come together. If you don't like it as smooth as this, don't blend it as long. I'm gonna put it back in the pan. And while we're prepping other things, I'm still gonna let this reduce. Now we got a nice work surface to be able to fry our steak and our hash browns. Alrighty, this is me playing around. I've never done this before. You should have to bear with me. We have hand grated some potatoes. We have washed them in the sink. We've got all the starch off. And then we have put them on a tea towel and allowed them to dry. What you see now is the final product. Completely dry potatoes. One of the options at Red Rock Cafe, you got your country fried steak, was your side dishes, beans, hash browns, stuff like that. So I chose the hash browns. And so this is gonna be my rendition. What they served was just traditional style griddle hash browns. We made, what video was it? We made chorizo potatoes, the Mexican bowl.
I don't know.
We've done chorizo and potatoes before in the past, and it came out phenomenal. So this is my idea. I've got a stick of chorizo. I'm going to cut in half, cut it right in half. Half of it goes in the bowl. The other half will go on the griddle. Trying 2 different methods. I am roughly going to take half the potatoes in with the raw chorizo and mix this together. The thought behind this is, as the chorizo cooks, it is going to add an incredible crust to the bottom of the potatoes. It'll be kind of like a hash brown / chorizo combination. I do not know if it's going to work, but I have fun cooking. We're going to try it out. The other method would be just saute the hash browns and cook the chorizo and add those 2 together. But I thought this would be pretty cool. All right, to the griddle it goes. I'm just gonna make some hash brown patties just like that. The second idea I had with chorizo was basically just cook the chorizo completely and then add the hash browns, mix it up, and then cook it like a patty. So we're gonna separate them right in the middle. Use that chorizo grease as our frying oil and see if there's a difference. I doubt it. Never hurts to play around with your food. Oh yeah, that's exactly why I did that. Yep, just like that. Just like that. Woo, that makes me excited. Our country fried steak, I have 2 eggs. Little chipotle hot sauce. I just thought it'd mirror the flavors. Beat this up. Little all-purpose flour. To the all-purpose flour, some salt, some pepper, and we have some country fried steak, kind of like steak stuff. So this stuff's been sent to us from Colorado, from a ranch out there. We're gonna be testing out some of his meat. Let's give that a quick mix.
So what cut is that actually?
Well, that I don't really know. This says beef round tenderized. So that's typically the steak that you would find in the grocery store. What my grandmother used to make was country fried steak. So we're gonna flour it first. I don't want to overdo the seasonings, just for the simple fact of that ranchero sauce, the chorizo potatoes, egg wash, and then back into the flour. And we're gonna do that with the other one as well. Hash browns are done. I love that char on the chorizo and the browns. I'm gonna keep them separate so see if we can taste the difference. That was the original side right there. I don't know if the camera makes it look burnt, but that's what I like. I love when that chorizo gets those little charred bits. These are the regular hash browns.
Oh, those look good.
Remember, this is not a lot of excess oil. I know the chorizo has a lot of grease in it, but this is no extra oil, butter, or anything. So I'm gonna call these healthy. The griddle is hovering anywhere between a medium and a medium or a low. We're hovering around anywhere between 420 and 450. So my griddle is going to run this way, which is fine because I need that oil to pull a little bit. We got some peanut oil, and now we're just going to shallow fry some country fried steak. Doesn't take long for that oil to heat up. You can see it's already smoking. I'm gonna top it a little bit more pepper. I love a pepper in a country fried steak. I'll just do one side. Pull some of that oil back, get it hot again, and move that steak right over top of it again. So on the Weber slate, we're zone cooking. Like I said, we're in the 400s here. This was like probably 400 as well. I'll show you because this is new to everybody. I just turned it off. So right at 400, 436, 400. I've turned this side off so we can start dropping the temperature, because if we want to cook eggs, we know by our temperature chart that eggs are somewhere between 300 325. Since we're catching it on the way down, maybe even 350, right? If you're climbing in temperature, you might want to hit it at 300 because your griddle's going to climb. If you're dropping the temperature, go ahead and hit it just a little bit higher because your temperature is going to drop. Peanut oil down, get warm. Remember, the second side that you flip it is just as important as the first side. You're playing with hot grease. You're not wildly doing this. Here's some fresh pico that was served along with ours. You guys see me made pico in the past 1,000 times. So we're just going to put that on there as well. So as I mentioned, that ranchero sauce is going to be used on another video, beefsteak ranchero. It's more of like what my mother-in-law's used to. On that video, we're going to make homemade refried beans from pinto beans that we made on our Sonoran hot dog. We all good on that? I know there's a lot of videos intertwined. That's what cooking's all about, right? Taking leftovers, making something else out of it. So that's what we're doing.
One thing we don't do is use leftovers as is.
True.
Neil is not a leftover fan.
No. Let's see. Pull them back. Get that grease hot again. I mean, it's hot, guys, but I'm just saying, obviously you can imagine your grill's probably hotter in the middle than it is on the corner. I used to really despise unlevel griddles until I got used to my griddles always being unleveled. And you might say, why don't you just level it? Because we move our griddles and our units around so much that it just gets like tedious and time consuming. And honestly, once you figure out that oil can pull up somewhere and you can pull it back and use it, then you kind of get used to it, and I like it. So got a little cooling rack. You'll set that off to the side, allow that grease to drain off. That allows you to clean your griddle so you don't have as much to clean later. So you can enjoy a nice hot breakfast. Steaks down. Obviously you can serve it 1,000 different ways. We're just going to ladle it on top to keep some of that crunch. Top that with an egg. Hit it with some of that pico. And there we go. That is our Southwest country fried steak. And I'm gonna tell you what, the ranchero sauce is on point. I think it's fantastic. I actually don't think we're gonna change a single thing. So when the recipe posts, it's literally gonna be exactly the way you see it. Country fried steak, I know it's gonna be good. And them hash browns, we've tasted off camera.
Can't stop eating the hash browns. Adding the chorizo to the hash browns was a fantastic call.
So really and truly, it didn't matter which way you did it. I think the flavor is the same. It's all about texture. This is a little bit more softer, and I love the burnt little edges that the chorizo gets when you put it like in the patty. I'm sure you could do it like this as well, but this was spot on for me. So there's my chorizo hash brown. All right, time's up. This is killing me. Pictures or no pictures. You guys know how YouTube goes. You got to make a thumbnail, and I cannot wait. I'm digging in, diving in, digging in, face planting. You actually haven't even tried it, have you?
Not yet. The ranchero sauce is fantastic, though.
All right.
Oh, I get the first bite?
First bite.
Ah.
Because while you're over there chomping and...
That ranchero sauce is on point.
Oh my gosh. Oh, this is...
I don't even care that it says pellets and pits in the background now.
Along with those potatoes.
I know. Those hash browns are fantastic. That's like a cheat code for hash browns. Just add some chorizo. Give me another bite. Give me another bite. No, that ranchero sauce is going to be a
Oh, another bite of this?
staple recipe.
Oh, sorry.
We could do enchiladas ranchero.
The pico. I know it sounds crazy.
The freshness of the pico.
Yes. You almost need it because the...
Oh, big bite.
Are we going to sign off or just keep eating?
We might just eat the whole thing. That's good. Give me another bite.
This is up there. We're like, this is fantastic. Don't kill me if you don't think it's traditional. I'm just telling you this is based off of our experience and my twist on it. I wanted the red versus the green. You guys do you, but I'm telling you, our trip was fantastic, and I have so many more recipes that are inspired by our trip. Cinco de Mayo is right around the corner. This is a fantastic version, and follow this. Obviously, is going to be a whole different version of ranchero with those homemade refried beans. If you guys are interested, hit that join button down below. It's a membership program. We thank each and every one of you for taking time for doing so. Check us out on the Griddle group on Facebook, where we talk about griddles, the Weber slate's a hot topic right now, and hopefully somebody makes this and shares it with a group and enjoys it just as much as we do. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to press that subscribe button, pound the notification button, share it with your friends. Peace.
Oh, give me another bite.